I am Jana Jorgenson. I live on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. It is my honor and privilege to be here with you because you are the champions. You're the reason that we even do this business. And it's exciting because we are all going to be able to participate like this. You are going to be, running classes like this. You're going to be part of all of the history of this company because we are so young and we're growing at a very rapid pace. And I'll tell you why we're growing at a rapid pace. Because our vision is clear. Our vision is clear. Those three little words that Joe Martinez chose were chosen with passion about humanity. Innovate, inspire, and impact. And you know, his concentration of everything that we do is based on all of us becoming a better person. And I can tell you 1000% that is the only reason I am still here after 40 years in this industry. It's because of my passion for learning every single day. And I'm not joking. You ask Lisa or Brian or anyone if I am not a massive reader, watcher, observer. I've become a freedom fighter for humanity this past 20 months. And the only reason I could do that is because I've researched thousands and thousands of hours of material from professionals all over the world in every aspect of our lives. So in this business, what I love the most is that we don't give our soul away. We reach into our soul and we give to other people. That's the beauty of networking in this industry. And, there's a lot of, negative connotation towards it because people are just not doing it quite right. So what does that mean? Well, I want to tell you a little story because it was really quite cute. Yesterday, I was getting into my car in the underground garage, and I live on the ocean. We live in a penthouse overlooking the beautiful ocean, the inner passage between the mainland of Vancouver and British Columbia, and of course, Vancouver Island. So we look at this beautiful view and it's just, it's so spectacular. I feel like I'm on a holiday every day. And that is something that I manifested. I manifested this, with my vision board. It's all there, people. Everything comes to you from the thoughts that you put out. And do I have negative thoughts? Yes, I do. I'm very bad at times and I have to catch myself and go, Jana, wake up. That's not serving you. So, yesterday I was in the garage getting into my car and my neighbor came out, and he's an older gentleman. He's just so sweet. And his name is Gary. And I said, hi, Gary, what are you doing? Because it was later in the afternoon. It was like, maybe 3 o'clock. And he doesn't usually go out doing stuff at that time of the day. And it wasn't dinner time, so I knew he wasn't going out for dinner. And he said, oh, you probably don't know, but I'm a football scout. And I said, oh, you're a recruiter? And he said, yes, I've been doing it, for many, many years. And I recruit for the University of Wisconsin. And I said, really? Like, here we are in Vancouver Island, and here is this gentleman who is probably, 75, something like that. He's a football scout, a recruiter. So I said, wow, Gary, that's amazing. And he said, yes, I'm going to a high school football game and I'm going to see what I can find. And he said, you know all about that. And I said, no. And he said, yes, you do. You learned about that when you were Miss Teen Canada. And of course, he's one of the few that knows. Keep it kind of quiet because it's kind of a long time ago. And I said, well, you know what, Gary, I think I was pretty lucky because I really picked some amazing people that should have been the winners. Like, I don't know what happened there. And he goes, no, you didn't. He said, there's no such thing as luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I really had to take a deep breath because I already knew that. I say that all the time. There's no such thing as luck. But what did I do? I went back into that realm of not believing I am. And that's what you are right now. You have to step into that place of I am. I am Gabby of Germany, and I have an incredible history of working with people in the theater industry, and I meet so many interesting and incredible people, and they inspire me daily. And this is what I do with that inspiration. Yeah, we all have I am. Brian MacArthur. I am Brian MacArthur from Prince Edward Island. I have been a foster parent for over 20 years. I've watched children bloom. I've been a part of that growth. Wow. Does that not take you back? I am Lisa St. Dennis Smith. I'm an activist, and I am a supporter of people all around the globe. I work with humanity to make their lives better, no matter if they're in my business or out of my business. I am Lisa St. Dennis Smith. I am Nancy Kelly. I'm a mom, and I'm a person who loves other people and seeing them win. And I'm in it to win it. I am Asha. I live in India. I am very passionate about financial education. I teach people how to grow their money. And it's simple if you just follow the rules. I am Asha. I am Tom. And I think you live in the UK, Tom. And I think you're a pretty incredible person, but I don't know a lot about you. But I am Tom Pritchard. Make no mistake, I'm making a difference. This is really what we're doing. We are making a difference in the world. And it's so powerful. So my neighbor really, he prepared me for today without even knowing it. Isn't that amazing? Because I didn't know until about an hour and a half ago that I was doing this. So forgive me if I'm, not on task, but I'm trying to be, because I have a real reason here for sharing some information with you today. One of those things is really about change. It's very important that you understand what change is. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You've heard that before. I've heard it. But do we actually apply it when we need to? No, oftentimes we'll just take that negative stance and then we'll just stew for a while. And, we don't take the time to release ourselves in another direction, in a positive direction. And people will say, oh my goodness, oh, that positivity stuff. Listen, that positivity stuff is so powerful. It can manifest absolutely anything you desire. So I think it's pretty important. Yeah, I think it is. So, that writing your script about your why, if time and money weren't an issue, what would you like to be? Who would you like to be? What would you like to do? What would you like to have, and who or what would you love to contribute to? Where would you make a difference? That is amazing, because when you have that in your soul, you can just do things in a heartbeat. You can spark up a conversation. But here's one of the things that I want you to think about before I get into telling you another little story about my good friend, Richard Blissbrook. My neighbor, when he goes recruiting, do you think he was going to a baseball game to recruit football players? That doesn't make sense. Do you think he was just going to a coffee shop to kind of look around? Oh, does that guy look like a football player? Oh, I guess I can't recruit that girl. No. Was he going to the grocery store to try and bump into someone that was a football player? No. He has a strategic outline. And I'm going to interview him, because I was so taken with his few little things that he said that I realized he's a wealth of knowledge that I haven't tapped into. So I'm going to interview him. And then hopefully I can bring that to all of you, because there is an abundance of knowledge there that I would like to learn so I can apply it. Because it doesn't matter if it's just a book and we just read it. And by the way, if you can get your hands on this book, an old copy on Amazon, because there are some old copies floating around because Mr. Kalinch has long gone. This is a book from John Kalinch. If you can get any of his books, he wrote about 3. He is one of my most favorite mentors in the whole world. This man's heart was bigger than the world or the universe. He intended to make a difference. John Kalinch. Oh, I hope his little son is doing well. I should really try and find him, because when he passed away, his son was like 2 or 3 years old. So he didn't really have a chance to influence him too much. And we all know that our unconscious limiting beliefs happen between the ages of 3 and 8. 3 and 8 years old, imagine. I know that's why I don't have a lot of them, because I had such incredible mentors when I was a little girl. I really did. I was so fortunate. And I loved it. I embraced it. I made a conscious decision at the age of 4 to be happy. And so when I say that to people, they kind of think I'm crazy, because they say, why are you always happy and positive? And I'm like, well, that was a conscious decision I made at the age of 4. What conscious decisions did you make? You have to think about it. And if you didn't, and if you have to try and get rid of some unconscious beliefs that are holding you back, then you just have to read more and apply more. Take that knowledge and apply it. Because knowledge, you hear it all the time, knowledge is powerful. Sorry, kids, it ain't powerful at all unless you apply it. Applied knowledge is powerful. It's so amazing. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about one of my next greatest mentors that I love, and his name is Richard Blissbrook. And I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to be on any of his lives or any of his trainings, anything that he's ever done. But if you do have an opportunity, I would say, sign up to his website, his network, and tap into what he offers, because it is absolutely incredible. He has, same thing, over 40 years in this industry. And he's like the Brian Roberts of the world. He's pretty much an amazing, accomplished, successful humanitarian. Hi, Brian. Hi, Gabriel. Welcome. So,
hey, Jana.
I'm so glad you're here. So, Richard Blissbrook, I talked to him here and again. I hope that we'll have an opportunity at some time that he will be maybe part of our platform, because he really does tell a story well. And I'm going to tell you a little story that he taught me about 25 years in the 90s, maybe 1995. It was amazing. And I was, I just learned about leverage, and I just learned about how you could tap into leverage and how it applies to the marketing plan or compensation plan. However, I found that a lot of compensation plans didn't deliver that leverage. And if you understand that, you will see what we have today is undoubtedly the most powerful marketing plan, compensation plan that has ever been developed. We've got it right here at IX. There is a way for you to create incredible leverage and beach money, like I like to call it. Now, here's the funny thing. One of Richard Blissbrook's best friends is Jordan Adler. So Jordan Adler wrote the book, Beach Money. He beat me to it. He wrote the book. Here I'm talking about it, and Jordan Adler writes it. So do we manifest things that we want to see? Of course we do. Of course we do. So I'm going to right now share with you a little story that is going to maybe open your eyes a little about leverage, because it is one of the most powerful things that I have ever read. And I have read it hundreds of times. And I can send it to you, or we can post it, and you can start reading it too, because once you really understand this, you will be sleepless in your city. This is the story of true freedom. What is true freedom? Freedom is the ability to do what you want, when you want, how much you want, how little you want, with whom you want, anytime. And that's because you don't have any cares in the world. Your work you've worked hard once, and your work is working for you now. That's residual income. So I'm going to tell you the story. It takes about 5 minutes. It's called What If? What if building your IX global empire was actually fun and easy? We can actually show you how it is fun and easy. How? By changing the way you get paid and by altering your motivation. The biggest motivational challenge in network marketing is that the cash flow versus effort ratio in the first few years is demotivating for most people. They work 10 to 20 hours a week for meager wages. Where's all the big money I was promised? They cry, and then they quit. Why? Because they didn't take the time to understand the inner workings and the mathematics of our business model. They saved up everything they had, went through the horrible process of getting a mortgage, bought a rental house, and cried, "Where's my real estate wealth?" Here's how we're going to change your motivation and the way you get paid. Follow these expectations. A $10,000 a month asset income from your IX global business carries a net worth value of at least $2 million. Learn to know this. You would have to have $2 million in real estate rental equity to earn $10,000 in net rent a month, or $2 million in liquid dividend paying assets to earn $10,000 in passive income. If you build your network marketing business with IX Global, a company that has proven it will pay you, proven that it is here for the long haul, and its products are proven to be in demand, long-term, revolutionary, progressive, breakthrough products that are life-changing, then your $10,000 a month in asset income is worth $2 million, period. Learn to know it. See? Number 2, if you personally enroll 100 business builders, not wholesale customers, but people that join with the intention of building their own IX global empire, in 2 years, you will set in motion a dynamic of leadership, momentum, duplication, and geometric growth that will result in an asset income of $10,000 a month or far, far more. It will take a few more years, perhaps a total of 4 to 5 years to fully develop, and you have to work it intensely for all those years, motivating, training, supporting, and replacing people that fall away. Yeah, learn to know this. 100 personally sponsored people in 24 months will result in at least $10,000 a month in asset income. Ask any number of successful network marketing leaders about this equation. You can ask Brian Robert here. 100 builders in 24 months and 2 or 3 more years of leadership and support. Ask them what your income will be in any legitimate company. Most will tell you, I know Brian will tell you this, 2 to 10 times that income. Are you starting to think about it now? Are you starting to change the way you think about leverage? Number 3, how do you personally sponsor 100 people in 24 months? Simple. Do 3 presentations a week, just 3. 3 lunches, 3 coffees, 3 dinners, 3 Zooms or video conferences, 3 Google Hangouts, 3 webinars, or any combination. The first week you do 3 presentations, you may not be that well versed. Maybe not even by the second or the third week. But after doing 10 to 15 presentations on your IX Global Income opportunity, you will be more fluid, confident, and effective at enrolling people than 95% of the people in IX Global. Ask any leader. Why? Because 95% of the people never do 15 presentations. Wow. Your enrollment ratio after just a few weeks will be 1 out of 3 or better. And we are not talking about wholesale customers. We're talking about one new person a week that joins you with the full intention of building an IX global business, just like you're building. And that said person starting with a package that represents that intention, 1 a week. Learn to know it. Number 4, how do you get 3 people a week to sit down and listen or look at your presentation? Simple. Invite 14 people a week to do so. Just ask them to take a look. Don't ask them to use your product or join your deal. Just find out why they may want to. Why? Are they in the right place? Are they open, willing, and ready? Are they successful entrepreneurs? Are they networkers? Do they love helping people? Do they want a global business? Are they willing to put forth some effort to earn additional income? What is their pain or gain issue? And then ask them to take a look. Need to send your kid to college? Bob, can't really afford it? I know exactly how you can get that done. Would that interest you enough to just take a quick look? 14 times a week, 2 a day, or 14 on Saturday morning. The first week or 2 or 3 that you do this, you may not actually get 3 to take a look. So don't beat yourself up. You will be practicing and learning and getting comfortable. By week 4, you will be doing this as fluidly as you do everything else in life, like getting up, drinking coffee, eating breakfast, or driving to work. You will be a natural, curious networker, and you will easily engage people while learning what is going on in their lives. And then you will ask them if they are interested in seeing a possible solution. Easy peasy. 2 a day, 14 a week. Learn to know it. Number 5, a $10,000 a month asset income is worth $2 million. Do you know that? 14 invites a week is 728 a year, or 1,456 over 2 years. 1,456 invites equals 300 presentations equals 100 personally sponsored business builders in the next 24 months. Think compression and momentum. Do the math. Do the math. Each invite is worth $1,400. Each presentation is worth $6,500. Each new person that declares their intention to build with you is worth $20,000. Do the math. Number 6, could you and would you invite 14 people a week to look at your opportunity if IX Global paid you $1,400 for each of them? Oh, I think you would. But only if you hit the 14 mark every week. That's $20,000 a week. Would you? Know it. Number 7, who would you talk to? What would you say to them? Oh my goodness, what would you do if they said no? We make this profession hard because of how we think about it. And because we make it hard, it becomes hard, and we don't do much to make the opportunity work. Hard becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if we understood the economics and the math so well that we actually understood how fun and easy relationship marketing can be, how much more would we make of the opportunity? You might say that the odds are against you, and you would be right. The odds of you learning to know these expectations are against you, but they are not external odds. They are internal odds that you stack against yourself. Change the way you look at it, remember? You can unstack them and rebuild an expectation and belief that will actually serve you. Do you know what the aerodynamic odds are of a bumblebee flying given its weight and wingspan? 0. It's actually impossible. So good thing for them that they don't read. Have you ever watched a bumblebee try to take off? They're so heavy, they can hardly get off the ground. But they don't know that, so they fly. You might ask what the average person earns. The answer is nothing. Average people make it hard, and don't ever get out of the batter's box. So let's say you earn just 1/3 as much as the examples I've given you. What if everyone you invited was worth $500? What would you do then? When you give each activity the right value, a reward high enough to make it easy, fun, and worth it, then easy, fun, and worth it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's my incredible story from Richard Blissbrook about leverage. I understand it to the depth of my core, and you can get your calendar full with only 2 a day or 14 a week. And I absolutely promise you, you will know that it's working because your bank account will start growing and you will be at the top, and you will be doing this training on Saturday morning. I promise you, it's really that simple. Really that simple. So I'm not going to go on and on and on, but I want you to, I'm just going to review a few things from last Saturday that I think I didn't really cover everything, because you need to make this all about love. There are only two things in the world: love and fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So if we don't change how we think about those fearful things, the things that we are fearful about will not change. We turn those fearful things into love. You know, in school, like I said last Saturday, we were never taught life skills 101 or financial education. And look what we have here at IX. We have so many additional ways outside of even the compensation plan, which is spectacular and my most incredible focus for me anyway. I think it's absolute. It's the secret to having freedom. It's absolute freedom. So, you know, you can go and watch TED Talks. Those are really, really incredible too. All sorts of different topics that apply to, you know, our type of philosophy about motivation and inspiration and about how everything works. And, you know, one of my favorite people too is Jack Canfield. He did the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And he has always said, belief is just a choice. He's still working at 75. I talked about that last Saturday, because he knows that every experience that he has is an opportunity for more growth. And that's really what the simplicity of learning. It's just an opportunity for more growth. So is it powerful? You better believe it, especially if you apply what you learn. So before we finish off today, I just want to share a couple of more of my favorite books that will really lead you on the best path. And you can read them over and over and over like I have. But this is one of the best things from Jim Rohn. It's called Building Your Networking Business. It's a 1-hour video on YouTube. Listen to it and listen to it over and over again. If you can get your access to something where you can put it on an MP3 and listen to it while you're driving, whatever. I've listened to it hundreds of times. Where are all those people that I recruited? I don't know what happened to them. I had them all. I planted all those seeds. The birds got some. The birds got some of those seeds. Who cares? Who cares? Listen to this. It's magical. It's incredible. And then this is hardcore. So talk about football. This is about basketball. Tim S. Grover was one of the greatest basketball coaches and is to this day. And his book is called Relentless. It's From Good to Great to Unstoppable. How do you get to unstoppable? After you read this book, you will become unstoppable. I guarantee you, because I read this book and I had to go back and read chapters and I was bawling my eyes out because it hit a chord. It made me realize that every single person could do it if it was deep inside of them. There was nothing holding them back. Now, maybe to be an NBA basketball player, if you're 5'2" and you don't have any skills, so maybe you've got a few hurdles and you might want to choose a different sport. That's true. But if you have the passion to do something, you can become unstoppable. And that comes with your own unwavering belief. You have to own that unwavering belief. And you have it. I know you have it. Just close your eyes and imagine where you want to be next year at this time. Have I reached all my goals this year in 7 months? We've been here with IX? No. But it doesn't matter. I know where I'm going and I'm not stopping. I am relentless until it's done. Until it's done. So another one of my favorite books, and it is excellent, is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. This is an incredible book. This has literally changed people's lives because they've taken simple disciplines and turned them into massive action, which turns into success and happiness. Yes. But we have to do it. We have to apply it. And then one of my favorites is really so simple because if you can tap into his network and get his email every day, he sends a little 2-minute video every day. John Maxwell. Good leaders ask great questions. So I just want to finish with one thing here, and then I'm just going to open it up for a few minutes so we can chat. Do you think when you're looking for someone, like you're a football scout, do you think when you're out there recruiting and asking questions, are you really asking the right questions? Are you making this about them and making their life better? You know, networking might not be for them. And you could waste a whole lot of time trying to convince, sell, push, pull, and drag someone into networking that isn't the right profile. The right profile is important. You want to find those people who are open, willing, and ready, successful entrepreneurs, love people, love helping people. They're networkers. They're looking for additional income. They'd love to have a global business. The world has changed, people. The world has changed. And if we don't look at the way the world has changed, we will stay in the back forever. We will never progress. It may not have changed the way you like it, but that doesn't matter. You can adapt. You can look at it differently and you can apply the change and you can have the greatest progress and success that you've ever experienced in your entire career. And I know it's going to be here with IX because I know the commitment we have right from the top. It's a trickle-down effect from Joe Martinez right through all of his corporate staff, Miguel and Paul Barlow and Ozzy Tomas. Most importantly for us, our incredible upline, Brian Robert, Chris Langel. We're so fortunate. We are so fortunate to have these people in our lives. They're our family. This is the first time, I said it last Saturday and I'll say it again. It's the first time in my life that I've really felt that people want us to succeed. They are here for us and they're here to make your success exactly what you designed it to be and manifested. I am. So thank you everyone for today. I am Jana Jorgenson and I am an entrepreneur and a lover of networking. I want you to be at the top because your success ultimately is our success. Make no mistake, it's not about us. It's everything about you. Have a great weekend. All right, everyone, I'm going to stop.